All right, how's everybody doing? I did something I don't usually do. I had to run out and pick up some closing docs today. Usually everything is done electronically, but every once in a while you get old school closing attorneys in it, and they want to FedEx stuff and all that. So I apologize. I'm driving. I'm not too far away from my destination. Hope everyone's doing good. Justin, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing well, man. Watching a lot of courses right now.
Julie, take over for a second. I got to authorize this wire. Julie, jump on it.
Yeah, what's up? What's up? How's it going? What was you saying, Justin?
Oh no, I was just like saying that I'm in the process of going through the courses and watching the negotiating video right now. So yeah. I saw your video last night on the deal driven app tutorial it was on YouTube, an hour long. So I've just signed up today for the free trial. So playing with it a little bit, trying to get,
Yeah. And on Thursdays at 2, I do a live training on it too.
No, they told me that I work, so I won't be able to attend those, but they do say that you record them. So I'll rewatch them, on my downtime.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, so excited to have everybody here today, whether you are one of our partners here at REI Connector or you are a customer of NeedToSellMyHouseFast leads. Really today, I wanted to kind of have a conversation about really what type of real estate investing is right for you, right? Is it one strategy? Is it two strategies? Is it all? So really, I think the biggest question there is let's see, the biggest question would be really, what are you looking for? So I was hoping we could have a conversation about what are you looking to gain from real estate investing, right? If you're looking to, I don't know, have residual cash flow coming in, you may not be interested in flips and wholesales, right? If all you're interested in is bringing in a couple extra $1,000 a month, that might be a better solution for you. Maybe you like getting those big influxes of cash. And really, that's how I like to look at it. Another thing is kind of personalities. Like one way to find deals is you could buy them off the MLS, right? If you're going and getting loans for houses and you're just looking to cash flow on deals, you may not be as concerned with motivated sellers. But if you're looking to flip, if you're looking to do creative deals, you might be definitely looking on that way. What do you think about that, Peter? You're on mute.
You got to figure out a couple things. Why you're doing this business. And you got to figure out what you're capable of doing this in this business. Real estate is one of those businesses that's just got a lot of moving pieces, a lot of moving parts. You got to know what financially you're able or unable to do. You got to know your geography. You have to have your knowledge base. I mean, you just have to have a lot of pieces in play to make a decision of what kind of deals, what kind of techniques, what kind of strategies that you want to do. And like Julie said, we like today to be a little interactive. Let's kind of dissect some of your guys' businesses. Who wants to go first? I want to just hear from you guys. What are you guys doing? Let's see if we could dissect it a little bit. Let's see if we could help you out. Who wants to share? Who's got some things going on that they want to share with us? How their business is looking and how it's set up? I just got to get the car in the garage, Julie. Then I'll be.
Nathan, tell us a little bit about your business, man.
I'm brand new and have worked with kind of a lead generation group out of Indiana. And what I've been doing mostly is tax delinquency. We have quite a number of people headed towards they're headed to tax sale. They're 3 years behind. They're going to lose their house coming up basically this August. I think it's August 5th, I believe is the date. And so a lot of them have been in denial. I'm working back through with a lot of them and basically making offers. And right now, of course, we reach out to them with like a tax voucher type offer, short-term loan, and also a cash offer. Most, of course, say, oh, I want the cash or give me the short-term loan, but financially they can't. They're already so strapped they can't afford it. So what I basically am doing right now is going back through, calling all of them and sending emails and ringless voicemails back to them to say, you know, time's running out. Right now, we need to get the cash offer on the table. I don't mind giving you a tax voucher, which is a limited amount of money to them, but I'm not giving that tax voucher unless they're willing to meet with me face to face. And I'm just really throwing it out on the table that it's time for us to take a look at what the condition of the property is, and really for us to get a cash offer on the table, because they have two options. They either lose it to the county August 5th, or they have to have a safety net underneath them. And I'm willing to allow them to pursue what other options they want to do. But, you know, even a HELOC and different things, I mean, it is not like you can just snap your fingers and grab that stuff and grab that money. So because we're running out of time, I'm just kind of being a little bit more forceful right now. And hopefully this afternoon, I'm going through a round of calls and hoping to get some appointments and get in their homes and really get a cash offer set up on the table with them.
I gotcha.
So,
and then you're looking to flip them?
Right now, to be honest, I'm trying to get out of construction and get into real estate investing. So I'll take any suggestions you guys have. I'd almost like to just wholesale it off right now to kind of start getting some cash flow. I'm so cash strapped because I'm living in two different worlds, and I don't have the real estate investing side having income come in. And so anyway, I guess you guys did the reasons why. Well, I've got lots of reasons why, and now it's just kind of like it's time to put the rubber to the pavement, and that's kind of where I'm at. And right now, I'd like to wholesale just because I just feel the need to have an influx of the cash in, so that my family feels more comfortable with me actually making this more of a full-time job.
Gotcha. So do you already have your back-end buyer list built out?
Not completely. I've got a local group here that has multiple. I'll be real honest. I've been working with them, and I'm not real ultimately comfortable. They just seem to be kind of squirrely to me. So I'm a little bit worried. But I've also talked with, is it Christine, with you guys? And I'm hoping if I can get some deals in the pocket where that's going to go, I'll just kind of maybe make some connections with you guys too. So
Yeah, because I mean, my thing would be, number one is pre-listing it on the MLS prior to closing it. Also flipping it. You could also do, well, you wouldn't do a creative financing deal. Those would be the two biggest strategies. The only issue with wholesaling would be is if you got them and then your buyer backed out on them and they ended up losing their house to the tax sale. That's the biggest scare there.
Sure.
Right? So, I mean, I believe it's kind of very similar to like a pre-foreclosure situation.
Sure. Well, and the group out of Indiana says they've got, they kind of sent me a survey form recently, and I basically just told them, if you don't learn how to make you can give me all the leads in the world, but if you don't help me to get the offers and the negotiation done, it doesn't make a lick of difference. I mean, 1,000 leads are worthless if we can't close the deal. So, yeah, I didn't give them real high ranking on survey because it's like they want to do everything through a Facebook group marketplace. Well, you send the message in and, you get a bull crap answer 2 days later. Well, if I'm standing there, talking with the homeowner, I need answers now. I don't need answers 2 days from now. So they say that they're willing to JV partner on some of these deals and kind of work through it with me. But that's where I'm at. I'm brand new, and this was kind of an avenue I went for. And I'm interested also in the tax overages, and that's a business I'd like to develop as this gets going. And then, just see what other ways to expand. So that's my story.
Yeah, because like in your world, I mean, you've got tons of leads, and there's a huge difference between a raw lead and a qualified lead.
Mhm.
So what you're doing, whether you're pulling it from PropStream, from Deal Driven, it's the same exact thing. It's just a raw lead.
Mhm.
What you're doing is you're making these leads a motivated lead by talking to
Right.
them. When
Right.
someone's interested, just listening to you, I would steer away from email and texting. I'd pick up the phone and call them if they're responding to you.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you don't really, at this point, you don't have enough time to hem and haw around with them, nor do they.
Right. Yeah. Well, the initial group of like 25 leads, I'd say really actual warm leads, they all went into this short-term loan option. And I just told them, I'll touch base back with you in 30 days and see how that works out. So I'm getting ready to go back and call all those. They're still warm leads. But now it's a matter of, okay, we got to go out of this nonsense of milling around to, okay, let's get it some type. I feel the need to get an offer on the table, because what I can't have happen is 30 days from now, I got 200 people calling me wanting a cash offer and I can't handle the volume. I'd rather work through them now and let them know, hey, here's your safety.
Hey, well, that's a good problem to have, Nathan.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. But I want to be able to and I'm just going to saying, you guys can't inundate me later. So let's get together now and let's get this offer sitting there. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but I can already tell you they're going to, because they don't have any other option other than to lose their house to the county. I mean, so many of them you can just tell. And it's been kind of an interesting scenario for me, because they're very forthright about all their info. They open up and spill everything out. They don't try to hide anything. And the ones I've been able to meet with, I just, put it in the realm of like, they wanted to get an installment contract with the county. I got to go back just to kind of see where they're all at. But we went out yesterday and put 25. I only had a couple hours. My son and I went out and put like 25. We did a Post-it note on the door, kind of saying, hey, this is coming. And I've had 6 people respond last night already. And I'm getting ready to call them this afternoon. I've been out kind of doing other work this morning. But every single one of them's in the same boat. They're ready to do something. They know what's coming. So anyway, I don't know.
No, that's a great thing. If you've got 6 follow-ups, you've actually figured out one of the hardest parts of this business. Actually getting the deals closed is easier than finding the deals, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Now, it may
That's
not
great.
seem like that way. It may not seem that way like it in the beginning.
Mhm.
It may not seem that way, but the back end, when you have the right infrastructure, you'll be able to implement those things very quickly.
Yeah. Well, and if you guys tell me right or wrong. I mean, I know how much money you like, to make the connection with you. I just don't have it. It doesn't matter. I mean, I just can't squeeze blood out of a turnip. And because I'm making this shift, I'm just doing less and less construction right now to get this going. And I'm just hoping that as we can close the deals, I'd love to connect with you guys and become a partner and, move forward. So I keep coming every week. I like how you guys kind of talk straight, and there's no nonsense, no BS. I like the fact that, if I need to, I know I can reach out directly to you. That's not the way it has been for me with a lot of the groups. So, I don't know what else to say other than I'm going to try to learn, I guess, from you guys, kind of the offers and negotiations.
I think you're doing
deals.
great, but you just got to get on these leads. Like I'd already called them already. Like these 6 people, I'm over here, I'm having heart palpitations.
Yeah, I understand. And it's kind of my next thing to do. I just had to go out and take care of gas lines and different things this morning.
I understand. I'll just being funny
now
with
it's
you.
time to call them. So anyway, and I've got a Pat Live that answers, and I've got to listen to the actual messages for about 10 or 15 minutes. So as soon as I'm done listening, entering all the info, then I'll be calling them. I'll be doing it this afternoon. So
okay.
I'll tell you, there's a statistic about leads, right? And, people think, well, they understand the concept, of getting to leads quickly, right?
Okay.
Well, here's something that's going to blow your mind. The quality of the lead within the first 60 seconds goes down. So if we know that the quality of the lead goes down within the first, we're not talking about first week, first, first day, we're talking about first minute. How long have you been sitting on some of these leads?
Well, the 25 original, it's been 30 days. And they were the ones saying short-term loans, installment contracts. I said, well, I'll follow up with you in 30 days, see where we're at. The ones that called, a lot of them called last night. And I just got the emails, last night, this morning. And, what I try not to do is call them back and have them go through the same info. So I've got to take the time to listen. And that's where I'm at. I'm going to listen to them and then make sure I got my info and then call them right back. But I'm planning on doing that, as soon as we're off this call, I'll be calling.
You got it. You got to jump on this stuff quickly.
Okay.
That many times people think they're working with a bad lead source, but many times it's no more than them not getting to those leads quick enough and fast enough and staying on top of them enough. You know what I mean?
Sure.
If you get to them quick enough, fast enough, and stay on top of them enough, you're going to realize that what potentially seems like a bad lead source is not a bad lead source at all. It's actually a potentially great lead source. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the one recommendation. The other thing I will tell you is you're doing this business, the key, and you hear me talk about this all the time, people think it's all about closings, right? Where in reality, it's not all about closings. It's all about controlling real estate. Whoever controls the most real estate makes the most money. And so if it's about controlling real estate, and we know that the best deals are few and far in between, the logic then says it's okay to sometimes control real estate of deals that you cannot buy at that particular price. Because we also know statistically, over 80% of all the deals that get closed at the investor level, somewhere along the line had to go through some kind of a renegotiation. So if it's all about controlling real estate, we know almost all good deals somewhere along the line have to be renegotiated. Then the logic is very simple. Be aggressive when you put things under contract. I tell people, if you're within 10 or 15% of where you ultimately got to be, get it tied up and get it under contract. If you're within 10 to 15% of where you ultimately need to be, go ahead and get it tied up and go ahead and get it under contract. Simple as that.
So, with that being said, for me, I'm trying to get in the house. I'd like to go see what they got. And I go ahead and basically come up with some type of an offer, like walk it and enter the things. Oh, garage doors got to be replaced, new roof, new AC, enter those big.
Ballpark it. Start out with a ballpark estimate. Okay. Start out with a ballpark estimate. And your estimate could be working off of Zillow, literally. And if you're not sure how to pull comps off Zillow, you can go to YouTube and get instructions on how to pull comps from Zillow. And believe it or not, they're actually pretty darn accurate.
Yeah, and I've got a customer relations management tool that pulls all that.
There you go. So start out with a ballpark figure for that.
Okay.
And strictly ballpark figure of what you think, how much work it needs to be done, and go ahead and make your offer.
Okay.
Most people get in the mode of, paralysis of analysis.
Yeah.
They spend way too much time analyzing everything. Whereas you got to spend a lot less time analyzing it, a lot more time making offers, and a lot more time getting things under contract. I could tell you, even at our level here, it's very fast paced. And it's very fast paced because we're trying to make decisions quickly. The great thing is if you understand how to do real estate the right way and how to use the right contracts and how to use the right clauses, this is a pretty darn forgivable business. Very darn forgivable business. You got inspections, you got contingency clauses, due diligence clauses, right?
Right.
All of those are designed to protect us. Okay. So I much rather see somebody get a property done and under contract and tied up quickly than spend 3 days trying to put together the perfect offer, because in those 3 days, someone like me could put 30 offers out.
Right.
100 offers out. And any day I'd rather have 30 or 100 ballpark offers, kind of sort of knowing I'm in the right ballpark, than one totally perfect offer, knowing statistically, it's not going to be accepted, right? We know that. Most deals are not going to be deals.
Right.
Okay. Fine tuning in this business and getting all the things lined up correctly. That's done once we get it tied up under contract. That's what inspections are for. That's due diligence is for. That's what all that stuff is for. Everything before then, okay, everything before then is just getting us to that point. Controlling real estate, right? Remember, he who controls the most real estate in the end, makes the most money.
Yep.
It's as simple as that. Does that help?
Yeah. Well, and that's where, you guys might be stepping outside your boundaries of what you want to discuss here, but I think the Freedom Sauce, what I've been using, but they've got a form in there that basically to make the offer. And then when you move from the offer into getting it under contract, you're talking about a basic purchase sales agreement.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's right.
And if you get that signed with the necessary clauses, you don't have to worry so much about getting the perfect offer. You just, if we get them to get to that point and sign, if they're willing to go that direction, then we can work out the final details as we go.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
Remember, it's all about controlling real estate.
Okay.
Don't think it's all about closings. It's all about how much money I could make. So I got to have that perfect offer. I got to have all my calculations up front. It's not about that. It is all about controlling real estate.
Okay.
It's all about controlling real estate, because what controlling real estate allows you to do is it gives you breathing room. Because now you got a minute to really decide and figure out, what do we got? What do we got? Do we have something here? Do we not have something here? That's what this thing is all about.
Yeah. No, that's great advice. I'll try to be more.
Let's go do it. Let's go get.
Yeah, I've been trying to get through the mentality of trying to work the people of like, how do I get in front of them? And it's like, now I'm just in a realm of like, it's got to be done. So
you got leads coming into you. Don't get any better than that.
Yeah.
Julie and I could talk to you for an hour about how what you say are bad leads are actually good leads. You don't need to take 3 days to get a hold of them from Facebook Marketplace. Like, what are you asking them even?
What do I ask them?
Well, you said it's taking this company that you're working with 3 days to get back to you, or 2 days to get back to you.
Well, asking them the basic thing of like, okay, I've got this property with, these stats. It's a basic question of, do you guys want a JV partner on it?
Get it tied up.
Okay. Get a purchase sales agreement signed, and then come back and say, okay, let's work through.
Get it tied up. You got my contact info, I'm sure, right by now. I've posted enough. Get something good tied up. Text me. I'll help you.
Okay. Very cool.
Absolutely. All right. Who else wants to share what you guys got going on? Let's analyze your business by looking at your business and studying your business.
Looks like we got Ivan.
What's up,
Hey,
Ivan?
My name is Ivan. First time in the group. I'm from Texas.
Hey.
I started a little while ago with real estate. I do Mostly subject to or notes. I convert a sale to notes and I sell them out with owner financing. My struggle is getting leads though. Maybe I'm over analyzing things, but I don't know how the other person before Nathan got his leads, but I either go wholesaling, I do bandit signs. I had done Need to Sell My House Fast, the website. I used it before. My problem is getting a good lead for me to close down.
Where at in Texas are you? Because when you say you're in Texas, that's like saying you're from a whole country.
Oh,
I'm
I'm sorry,
kidding.
Dallas.
Dallas. Okay, gotcha. So Dallas, Fort Worth. So I'm going to show you real quick how he's getting those leads. Obviously, Kristen, if you could let me share my screen. I can show you, but I'll tell you about 1 in every 10 of these leads for me to sell my house fast should turn into a deal.
Okay.
And it may be as simple as that you're not making cash offers at the same time.
Well, I usually try to do subject to deals like cash offers. I don't have any private money. I only got hard money and like that, sometimes 12%, really eats up to the cash flow. Like if I would have gotten in the last deal subject to, I would have been making almost $700 in cash flow, and now I'm only making $300. It's okay, I'm still making money, but there's a big difference between getting a subject to or using private money or hard money.
Let me rephrase that. Don't always look at it like you're going to get a sub 2, that you're going to go to a certain lead source to get a sub 2. What I'm saying is that offer options, meaning here's my cash offer.
Yes.
Here's how much I would take over your payments. And that might help you get more sub 2 deals, because what's so funny is like most sub 2 deals that we do, we don't start the negotiations with sub 2. We start them in cash.
Mm-hmm.
So when the cash offer doesn't work, subject to sounds even more enticing to somebody. Like a lot of people teach like creative financing as the first strategy, which I agree, but I have a much easier time giving multiple offers. And when the cash offer doesn't work, then saying, geez, let's see here. Well, you still want to sell your house and you owe this, so the cash offer is not going to work, or you want this amount, right? So
Yes.
would you be willing to take payments over time?
Gotcha.
Is all I'm saying is that sometimes it's not the marketing, it's the way that you're making your offers. So like for me, we do cash, wholesaling, sub 2s, owner finance, sandwich lease options, all of them. But every deal I make an offer in cash first.
So question, for when you make a cash offer, you base it on if the comp is worth 300,000, do you do like I'll take it for 150? You do a cash offer like that, or based on
No,
what?
so what I'm looking, and this is Dallas, you're in a very, very hot market. Number one, you could turn around and sell these things as is and make 15, 20 grand easy. And
Yes.
that kind of money means you'll never have to go borrow money for your sub 2 deals. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because now you've got the money to put down on these deals if you're putting money down.
Gotcha.
So if ARV is 300 and it needs, let's say, $20,000 worth of work, right?
Yeah.
Then let me pull my calculator, my handy dandy calculator out. Here's an easy way to look at it. You're going to take ARV of 300,000.
Okay.
Times, let's say, about 70%. Then you're going to subtract the what do we say? Let's pretend 30,000 in work. Your cash offer is going to be about 180.
Cash. Okay. I'm writing this down, Gates. So just as an
You need to
example.
partner with us, Ivan, because I partner on all these deals and we put up the funds. Because like where you are, like in Dallas, it's such a hot market let's say you got that same property under contract for 180. I guarantee you I could go list that house for 225, have it sold in a week, and you get 20 grand.
Gotcha. All right.
So
That'd be, would that be me wholesaling it to you guys or your JV?
it'll be more like a JV, or you could do it yourself, right? Or on a deal like that, I would flip all day long because the renovation is low and it's in a hot market. I'm just saying you have more than one option out there. So let's say you made that cash offer and they're like, well, man, that's not going to work. Because you know why? I owe $260,000 on my mortgage. Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you can't come out of pocket the difference between what you owe in this, right? Either. No, I can't, but I can't afford my payments anymore. This is the seller talking to you. That's when you pitch sub 2.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's because what it does is, and then most people don't teach it this way. So you got to take this like with a grain of salt. I'm just letting you know how I find almost every one of our deals. That way, now because you made the cash offer first and they know what other investors are going to come say to them, when you come in and go, hey, wait a minute, I got another idea. And then you pitch your sub 2, you now become a hero.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? Whereas
Yeah.
if you went to that same person and pitched a sub 2, they're like, take over my mortgage payment and I stay on the loan and you make the payments. That's crazy. You know, you beat a lot of objections by going in. I like going in cash first. And then if that doesn't work, then do a sub 2. Heck, we do sub 2 flips.
Damn.
Which you can't do sandwich lease options in Texas anyway. So it'd be sub 2 or owner finance, but that might help you with some of your lead sources better, because these need to sell my house fast leads. They're great leads, but my first end would not be on creative. My first end would be a cash deal.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're not ready to do a cash deal, it's going to set you up for your creative deal even a little bit better.
Gotcha. Okay.
And me personally, Ivan,
Oh, yes.
you make those money off those flips and save it in those wholesale deals. And you don't got to go split that monthly $700 and make 30, because that ain't 12% interest. That's damn near 70% interest.
Yeah, it is.
It's not 12%. They're taking 70% of the profits. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah. No. You're right. You're right. I do agree with that.
But the point is, though, you're doing deals. It doesn't matter. Something is better than nothing. Because I say that and not to believe that I believe, oh, I want to keep a lion's share of the profit. Well, greed doesn't get you anywhere either. So the fact that you're doing deals, so I would say it may be not the lead source. It may be the way that you approach it, but I am going to show you how to find tax delinquents. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't know how that other company's finding it, but you could get this off of any lead website. Okay. It also depends on if that state allows that information to be public record. Not every state allows you to pull tax delinquents. I don't know about Texas. So I'm going to go and pull leads. I'm going to, let's say Dallas, Texas. I'm going to go here, pull tax delinquents. So like in Dallas right now, there are around a 20-mile radius around the city center. You've got over 1,000 of them. For me, even if I'm doing sub 2s, I still want some equity in the deal. I pull it down to 30% equity, 35% equity. I mean, there's thousands of them, like more than 10,000 in Dallas, Texas. Those are tax delinquents are very easy to find.
Okay. So another question for you guys. I do networking a lot with wholesalers. And how would you approach local wholesalers, not the big ones like from New Western, because they put so many fees into a house that when you do the numbers, it doesn't make sense. But how would you structure a deal with a wholesaler if you wanted to like do a subject to deal and still pay them out? You know, like the 5 or 10 grand they're owed.
So I would figure out what the arrangements are, right?
Mm.
And then know what your buy box is. And if their assignment fee's 10, be like, dude, I can pay you 3 because that's how my numbers work.
Gotcha. So knowing how much when they put it under contract, how much is the fee, and work with that fee, and then
Well,
if they
yeah,
have,
well, you have a buy box. So if you're doing a sub 2 deal, I'm assuming your back end strategy is a lease to own on the back end wrap.
either rapid or even at this point, I'm also thinking about turning some of them into rentals, just because, there's only so much business deductions I can do with interest versus having 1 or 2 rentals that I can
Well,
capture
So the
appreciation.
problem with the rentals is you're not capturing that down payment up front from the back end buyer.
Correct.
So then every bit of that money, let's say you pay a wholesaler 10,000 and you're just taking over the payments. It's going to take you 5 years to recoup that initial 10 grand. It maybe take you 3.
Gotcha.
So what I like to do is, even if it's a rental, I do lease with the option to buys on a wrap generally.
Mm.
So I know if I could collect 20% down from the buyer, the tenant buyer, right?
Yes.
My out-of-pocket expenses, I want to be below that 20%. That way I'm cash flowing from day one, or at least within the first 3 months.
Gotcha.
Now, if you're buying them sub 2 and then you're doing like a cash out refi and adding them to a portfolio, that's a different scenario. But if you're straight up wanting to cash flow from a sub 2 deal on top of each other, you don't like, the more deals you do with this money you put out with rentals, you're going to dig yourself in a hole a little bit. But if somebody else is putting their money up and you're getting 30%, that ain't bad either, man.
Correct. I get your point. I do get it. So
Yeah.
right.
I think you know what you're doing to just, I would just throw that cash offer in there.
Cash offer first. Okay. I'm making notes.
Okay. And Peter and I do partner with people on all of these strategies, and we actually put the money up for the flips and split profits. And you find me a cash deal in Dallas, that puppy be gone in a week, honey.
Mm-hmm.
I love Dallas Fort Worth.
Gotcha. So I will definitely reach out if I do find a good deal that we can flip. So if I wanted to, I guess, do I contact you guys with because I found you guys through my Need to Sell My House Fast. So is that the best way to contact you guys directly?
No, you'd want to schedule a call with one of our team members. The reason why you found us through Need to Sell My House Fast, honestly, is because we utilize Need to Sell My House Fast for a lead source for our deals.
Gotcha.
So we're like, hey, we love this lead source so much. We're willing to come on every week and kind of share our experiences with others to kind of help them do more deals. Peter and I have done a little over 3,500 real estate transactions. We want to be able to help you convert more of these Need to Sell My House Fast leads into deals.
Gotcha. Okay. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I just hate to see you leave any money on the table that you might be right now.
Perfect. All right. Perfect. I appreciate it. So, I guess I do get you guys your emails and text messages. Do I go through there?
Or if you look in the chat, there's a way for you to schedule a call too, hun.
Okay, perfect. Getting that written down right now.
Awesome. Awesome. Love it.
Thank you.
Great to meet you, Ivan. By the way, I love the name Ivan. My favorite realtor of all time, his name's Ivan here in Atlanta.
Ivan just flipped a deal for us, Julie.
Which one? I mean, which one was that?
On Sand Spring. We just closed it last Friday.
Oh, yeah.
All right, who else wants to share what they got going on and how we could piggyback off helping you select the right technique and strategy? Anybody else wants to step up? This is a great time to use this. Anyone else wants to share? Julie, while people are, we're asking this question, two things I want to point out to everybody. For those of you that do want to partner with us, Julie and I have done thousands of real estate together, deals together, and we partner in all our deals. We need people to help us find deals in whatever marketplace you're in. If you're willing to put the legwork in, we're willing to give you the money for those deals. We're willing to teach you how to do it. We're willing to teach you the different techniques and marketing strategies to use. We have a back office that'll handle the contracts, the closings. We have a construction team that can help with fixing them. And then we do a profit share in the back end. So for those of you that want to tap into partnering with us, the first step is you got to connect with us. There is a link in chat right now somewhere, I'm sure. And just schedule a call with us. Schedule a call with us. This will be a great way to connect with us. And you'll learn, we'll find out if you're a good fit for us, and you'll see if we're a good fit for you, right? Because that's what partnership is all about. We got to make sure we're a good fit for each other. And number two, for those of you that want to spend a whole day with Julie and I on June 23rd, that's next Friday.
Next Friday.
Next Friday, you could come here in Atlanta, hang out with Julie and I for a whole day. There's no charge, and we're going to spend a whole day teaching you. Showing you how we do this business. We're going to spend a day showing you how we analyze deals, how we structure deals, how we put deals together. We don't charge for that day. So for those of you that can come and hang out with us next Friday from 9 a.m. till 4 p.m., there's another link in chat. We just ask you to register ahead of time. And that's going to be a phenomenal day of just nothing else but learning and teaching and doing that kind of stuff. Okay. All right. Anybody else has anything they want to share with us? Any questions? Talk to us about the business you're doing. See if we could pinpoint anything. Going once.
Well, I do have one other question.
Good, Robin.
So when you buy the leads from NeedToSellMyHouseFast, I know time is on the essence. So you give them a quick call. Let's just say they don't pick up the call, right? You call them like once or twice. They don't pick up. You left a voicemail, email, and a text message. After that, is there anything else that I can do to try to see if I can find the person? Do I go directly to their house and knock at the door?
I say you do whatever you got to do to get in touch with them. I will call and text somebody until they tell me to leave them alone. One thing too that might help, Ivan, is say you went online and filled out one of my ads.
Okay.
Because a lot of you, I hear like some of the scripts we're using and they're talking about, you went to sell my house fast, but because you're the only one getting the lead, I'd claim that as my own if I was you.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Let me write that down. Perfect. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Well, I hope everybody has an awesome rest of the day. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place. Bring those questions, bring the deals. Let's analyze them together. Bye-bye.